My name is Marisa Garcia. I am the owner of Tijuana's Mexican Kitchen. I'm located in Detroit. We cook authentic Mexican foods. We are originally started as a catering service. We service all Detroit metro area. I've been doing this for 24 years. I grew up in Southwest Detroit, graduated from Western. My family still lives in Southwest Detroit. It hasn't been easy, and you have your ups and downs, like you said. But I think if anything you do in any kind of business, you have to love what you do. I've seen Detroit when it was Hudson's was downtown, all the shops were downtown. Then I seen all the shops disappear. And now to go back and see it come back, especially the community where my grandmother is, like I said, Southwest Detroit and Western, to see that come back is awesome. It's nice to be recognized. Again, I don't believe I'm one of the only restaurants that deserves such a nice award, and I'm sure there's more that's more worthy than myself, but as a business owner and doing it for a long time, it's greatly appreciated, and it's nice to be recognized, and it's humbling.
Saad Abu U.S. Ice Company. Back in the 80s, we had retail supermarkets over here. And we noticed one thing, that the service in the city of Detroit for the ice deliveries was always not that good. And when we got delayed by 2 to 3 days, me and my father said, you know what, I think we can do better business. We can do better service than that. That's when we thought about putting together an ice company. We have the capacity to manufacture ice over here up to 400 tons of ice per day. And that's quite a bit of ice. And being bagged in the 7 pounds or 22-pound bags and go down to the retailers right from here. We supply to all the retail outlets, the supermarkets, the party stores, the gas stations, locations like the Rite Aids, Walgreens, 7-Elevens, Save on Drugs. We also supply ice to the Detroit Grand Prix, Detroit Jazz Festivals, all the festivals downtown, the air show, whatever the ice is needed. Right now we're getting in the process of doing ice carving. That's coming up starting this year. We're doing that with a new expansion and everything else. So whatever needs to be done by ice, we do that. I am honored, and I want to say thank you for this great honor that I'm being presented by, and it makes me feel so good and so proud to be in Detroit, and I just want to say thank you.
Hi, my name is James Lee, owner of Angelus Fashion, Detroit, Michigan. In 1980, my mother started off with a small business in downtown Detroit when Hudson was open. And it was a small 400 square foot little wig shop. She started off there selling wigs and jewelry. After my brother graduated from college, he decided to open a retail business, a ladies' clothing business. And that's when downtown was flourishing, with a dime store, woodwork store. And so when he opened the business up, it prospered, it did really well. But when we moved our store to the Hamtramck and to Woodward, Grand Boulevard area, we noticed that more of a first ladies and church customers start coming to our store. And then we noticed, wow, there's a big market here for church Christians, so that's what we're focusing on. When this economy is tough, when things are caving in, there is a pressure to move on and hold your family together, hold the fort together. And so there's many small little battles. Just be recognized as a business owner for over 30 years. I think it's a humbling experience, literally. A lot of retail business owners who couldn't survive, and they had to fold the tent and move on to different way of making a living. But the fact that we're still here, it's just the grace of God.
My name is Tony Stovall, the owner of Hot Sam's Clothing Store, the oldest men's clothing store in downtown Detroit since 1921. Hot Sam's is a store that carries everything a man needs from head to toe. Hats, coats. Our number one selling is, believe it or not, Even in 2015, men still wear suits. See, I am a native Detroiter, born and perceived as the rough side of town, the east side. And on the east side, we were known for dressing in fashion, so as a young kid, I started shopping at Hot Sam's. And I was in college at the particular time and never would have thought that I would be working at a clothing store to make a living. And after years of being a salesman starting in 1974, me and my partner Cliff Green, we decided to buy Hot Sam's in 1994. And me and my partner Cliff Green, we decided we're going to meet in the churches. We're part of NAACP. We're part of the political ramifications in the city of Detroit. We're part of the retail development. So you must engage yourself as a business person. I have decided to let my children get me involved in the internet, Facebook, tweet this, tweet that. So now we're growing into a new climate. We believe in hard work. So when someone tells me business is bad, what do? You work harder and you work smarter. And I want everyone to know we want to thank you for this award and any award that we may receive. But first we want to let you know we're just representing Detroit. The grit, the swag, Detroit. We're here today and we'll be here tomorrow.
My name is Andre Bartell, and I am the steward of Detroit Business Center and Digimax, where we print everything but money.
Hey, my name is Algernon Bartell. I'm the owner of Times Square Men's Clothing, as well as 42nd Street Clothing and Suits for Less.
I'm Ron Bartell, owner of Cuzzles Chicken and Waffles restaurant.
Rufus Bartell, founder of Simply Casual Clothing Store, the Illinois Pop-Up Shop, the RBI Group, and president of the Independent Business Association.
I think in the early 40s, my mom and dad came from the South and came here to the city of Detroit. And that's where most of us were reared. We're from a family of 14.
I think I got my work ethic from my father. A lot of people in my family, everybody works hard, and everybody helps everybody, and everybody communicates.
We see my dad work at Ford Motor Company and had a side job, which is a janitorial. And of course, he had his business, and guess who he had working for him? All of his kids.
Unfortunately, we lost both my mom and dad in 2014, and they're a huge part of everything that we do.
That I opened up a business here on the Avenue Fashion Times Square Clothing. 4 years later, I just opened up Suits for Less down the street in the same vicinity, not far down. So it's a renaissance coming back, and the demand is for it.
Detroit right now is at a peak where it is the last undeveloped urban city in America. And that's the reason why all eyes are on Detroit, and we're just happy to be a part of it.
The question becomes, what role do you play in the change? Do you sit back and complain about the change, or do you embrace the change and flow with the change?
The neighborhoods have been so underserved for a long time. People shouldn't have to go to the suburbs or have to take that trek downtown to have a good quality meal and a good dining experience. So we wanted to bring that to the neighborhood. We felt like this was the strongest place to do it, so we did it.
And I think that our bond that my mom and dad set, sets the precedence for how we operate.
I just think if you have a great product and you have a great story, the people will be willing to stand behind it and support it. People want to support local-owned businesses, and they're ready to do it, so you just have to give them something to be excited about.
I certainly would like to, thank Beverly Smith for thinking of us. The thing that I would like to leave is that I don't think that there's anything more valuable than the value of family.